All right, welcome everyone. Welcome to the trade findings and adjustments for the Thursday morning session on January 28th, 2021. There we go. We are, let's see, we are working hard. Let's just put it that way. What a frustrating day in the market. I am significantly bugged. I am not having a day. This is a day where I look and I see if I'm technically over leveraged, which I can tell you on a 2% up day, and I'm only up not even a 0.5%, there's a problem. As I go through and I look at what over leverages me, I'm down 57,000 on Apple today. That is $3.5 million in a $16.4 million account. I'm a little over leveraged. If I do some math there, 3.5 divided by what? 16.4. That's 21% of the account. Something that you need to be paying attention to. Would I change it? Can I justify it? Well, it's Apple. Apple had great earnings. It's down today. I can live with it. The next one, Baidu, is actually up. So let's take a look and see what's hating it today. It's Apple. My losses are my ones that are hurting me are in Apple. Everything else is doing okay. In fact, at the end of today, Disney, Visa, JP Morgan, Boeing, Under Armour, Baidu, United Healthcare, I'm sitting okay in. So one of the questions is it time to take the profits on Bank of America? We have puts at 34. I've got 10% there that I could be using to purchase shares. The question is it time to take those puts off, cash in and create the shares, roll the puts down and add 100 shares? There are things I need to make decisions on more towards the end of today. And it's going to really come down to, excuse me, the charts. I need to look at the charts and say, okay, how am I going to do this? I can tell you on Bank of America, it held the 50-day yesterday. We're bouncing higher today. It is technically bearish, but I have a pivot point and a couple indicators that say I'm looking to go higher. So most likely at the end of business today, we're going to cash in Bank of America and we're going to let it run. That might be foolish to do the last day of the month. I might have to go through some pain on Friday as we do some rebalancing, some selling off in some areas, but I think that's something I can afford to do. It's something I can afford to do on Bank of America, so I should probably just do it and go for it. That's the short answer. All righty here. Let's see what else. We had Bank of America, Visa today. We cashed in $10 on Visa long puts. Not enough to buy the shares since they're, $200. But on every 1,000 shares of Visa, we could have added an extra 100. With that said, what we have done down here is we rolled our 215s down to, we rolled them down to 200s and took $10.50 of profit. We now are positioned for earnings at the close of business today. After the market closes, Visa should have their earnings. Typically, Visa has great earnings. So did Facebook. So did Apple. It's not that companies are not being rewarded for it right now. We understand that. It's It's a little unnerving because Apple should be up to 150. The fact it's falling when it hit on everything, especially the iPhones, bugs me. Well, Kevin, it's not doing very well. It's, 2/3 of its subscribers for Apple Movies are getting it for free. Yeah, they are. But if we learned anything with Disney and Hulu and Peacock and Netflix and all these ones, HBO Plus, people like me now have 4 subscriptions to 4 different movies. I guess movie providers, right? Let's face it, we're looking for cheap entertainment and we're looking for ways to babysit our kids. A $5 a month Apple subscription, done. 160 Hulu, ESPN Plus, Disney Plus subscription, done. Like, $12 a month, $13 a month, done. Cheap babysitters. That's awful that I'm saying that, but that's exactly what it is. If I was going to place a trade today, I would go back to Visa, just like I did with Apple. If I was going to place a trade, it would be the Visa one I talked about the other day, but today is the day that I would do it. Today would be the day that I would literally take a peek, look at Visa. I would not do GameStop, by the way. GameStop is halted right now. I would pick Visa, probably going out to the March 22. I like March, so I have one extra set of earnings for $3. It was $18 the other day. I can now get it for $16. So by waiting and not putting it on Wednesday because the market was falling and putting it on today, I could do a $16 one contract March 2020. It's a pretty cheap trade relative to everything else that's out there. Capture that. The analysis, for those of you that like the analysis, pretty easy trade to do. $1,600. I'm dipping my feet in because I don't trust our market. Preview the order, send it on in. I will leave it right. Oh, filled. I'm filled. I now have a directional trade. I have a directional Visa call trade that my cost basis was actually $15.45. Even cheaper than the $16 that I thought it was going to be. Pretty amazing trade to be in. But I'm in it. I'm directional. If I have to dollar cost average my Visa call, I would look to do so as soon as it hit $8. If it got down to $8, I would dollar cost average this position. If it's going up, in all honesty, I kind of want to double my money. Doesn't mean that I will. Maybe I'll look to get out of it at, I don't know, maybe I'll look to get out of it at $20. Take $500 off the table, book it. It's a small account. We're only talking about $69,000 here roughly. So it's just an opportunity to be in a financial that, as I went over last Tuesday, gives me quite a few awesome opportunities to be in. All right, with that said, that would be our trade for today. If we were to look at our other trades, wow. So GE was doing good. It's pulled back. Kevin, why didn't you take a profit? Why didn't you, when it was 203, take it, a 5-cent profit? I'm not interested in 5 cents. I don't trade for that garbage. General Motors, it's all over the place. It has earnings coming up next week, I believe. Right? I think it's next week. Pretty sure it's next week. I should know these things, right? General Motors, where's GM at? Should be next week. Can't believe I can't find it. Don't have it on my fingertips. Quote, General Motors. 210. It is the week after next week, right? About a week and a half away. So that's an interesting one. That might be one. If I look at General Motors, that might be one that maybe I take one of them. No, I'm not. Let's face it. I'm in it for the long haul. I'd let that one run, and really, I'm looking to double my money. It's 100% return on General Motors. All right, 2 questions just came in. Silly, why do you prefer Visa over Mastercard? Fundamentals or technical analysis or just personal preference? It's all technical. So, Ida, I am going to leave all this information on Visa versus Mastercard, but I would make a suggestion. Go out to myhurleyinvestment.com. And take a look at the trade findings and adjustments that we did Tuesday night. And this is why I'm into the Visa. If you go through the Visa Mastercard, there's a lot of information here. Visa's bigger. I believe it has more opportunity. I like the price that it can go to. They say Visa and Mastercard are equal. I disagree. And really, it's so simple just to look at the massive opportunity by market share that Visa has over Mastercard, which means it's more established and has more opportunities to make more money, is the short answer. So it's all based on fundamentals. Do go through and see it and read it. I think it's a clear-cut, easy to understand where I would go. Because they're more established, I think they have a better opportunity in Asia. That's a polite way of saying China and the other countries, but hands down, Visa is who I would take over Mastercard any day of the week. It's a no-brainer for me. So just go through and read through this. I think it'll give you a great idea on why I chose Visa, and you'll find that at myhurleyinvestment.com. Just go back and take a peek, and you'll be in good shape. Yeah, do your research there. Dave, what if you put the trade on the other day? So if you put the trade on the other day, you're down $2. And someone's going to say, well, Kevin, you mentioned on Tuesday you're going to put it on Wednesday. I was, but Wednesday was a 2.5% down day. If you put it on at the end of the day, you'd be up $3 today. You'd be in excellent shape. But if you put it on the other day, then the short answer is you put it on a bullish trade on a bearish market. You are down $2 and you have 15 months to go for your trade to be profitable. You have one of 2 things you can do. You can panic and be a retail immature trader and pull it off for a $2 loss and go, this trade doesn't work. We might have a horrible earnings. You might decide to hold on to it, having horrible earnings, and that $18 can go down to $10 or $8, which is where you would dollar cost average. But you can get out of it there and take a 50% loss and say, you know what, this guy sucks. He doesn't know what he's doing. Or you can invest for a longer period of time instead of that short day trading, swing trading, week trading mentality. Week is a pun there, and the pun is intended. And you can give yourself time to trade and have an adjustment process in place if it doesn't work. I'm going to suggest that's what you do. You've got 15 months till March 2022 on the third Friday of options expiration day for this trade to be profitable. I think people shoot themselves in the foot because they place a trade and it goes against them. 1 week. Some people make their decision on one single week. When you have 52, another 3 months, another 2 months, another 12, you've got 65 weeks in your trade. And 1 week, 1 divided by 65, the first 1.5% of the life of your trade, you get out. You miss the other 98.5% of the time to make a profit. You get out on the first 1.5% of the time you have in the trade. That's stupid. That's amateur trading. That is actually as dumb as it gets. In which case, I would suggest you don't trade that way. If you put on the trade and you put it on Wednesday, because I said that's when I might put it on, and you put it down in a bearish market and you put it on for $18, it means you made a mistake. If you put on at the end of tomorrow, it means you were counting on a bounce today and you made a good choice. And if you're already down $2, it doesn't mean you get out after a day. You want to switch that around? Let's go ahead and do 365. You got a couple extra months there. 425 days, 1 divided by 425. Your first 2/10 of the amount of time you have in the trade, you pull out, you get out for a loss, you had another 99.8% of your time left in the trade. In the first 2/10 of the amount of time you're in the trade, you got out of it. You need to get the hell out of the market. That mentality is what feeds professionals like Hurley Investments. It's what people look for on the other opposite end of the trades. It's easy pickings. It's easy money. Kevin, what about all the people in GameStop? Man, easy pickings. All those poor fetchers that spent $600 on GameStop. Already missed the big move up, joined late. They're going to get whacked. They're going to get whacked something fierce. It's going to be ugly. Be a smart trader. Don't be a retail trader. Be an investor. Don't be a day trader. Don't get out when you have 99.8% of the life of your trade to become profitable. Don't get out like a black swan on the first 2/10 of the day of the trade. Be smart about when you put your trades in. Don't blindly follow some dummy on the internet. There's a lot of things I can say here, and I know, William, you're going, oh, you're rough. Dave, oh, you're rough. You're really killing me. You're okay. You're okay. Don't worry about it. Any other questions you guys have? So as I said, we just put on the trade. I entered into the Visa March 22 220 long call. It's on, it's in. My cost basis was $15.45. It's trading at $15.52. The reality is I'm looking for Visa to get back up to 220, 225. I really want 100% return. If I'm going to pay $15 per contract, I want to get out at 30. Does that mean I might not get scared out at 2021? Yeah. You know what? I'd be okay making a quick 500 bucks, but I really want more than that. And I'm going to let the market dictate it to me. So there's our positions as a whole. Any other questions? Any questions about what we're doing, what's going on? William or Dave, whichever one, type that in. Hopefully I wasn't too rough on you, but I'm going to be pretty direct. I'm going to help you guys understand how to be successful in the market, not on how to be a day trader and get your butts handed to you. All right. I don't see any other questions. Guys, have a wonderful day. Enjoy your weekend. We'll see you Monday night again. Trade smart. Trade smart. Be smart. Don't trade like a black swan event. Plan your trades ahead of time. Plan an exit. Decide what you're going to do so you can be profitable. Guys, take care. I look forward to seeing you next week. Have a good day and have a good weekend. Bye-bye.